All right guys, Automated Garage back today, bringing you a quick video on the Rmax here. So we just did our first initial service on this, and in that time period, I have learned to hate one thing about it, and that is these bolsters. Getting in and out is not fun, and I can only imagine if you're a much bigger guy than me, because I'm kind of average sized, getting in and out of this is not fun. Riding in it, I want to rest my arm on the door and my shoulders all up on here. It's just not comfortable, and honestly, I think they look a little bit goofy on the front. The back ones look fine, they're nice for the kids. And I've realized these serve a safety purpose, but I think it'd be a lot more comfortable to have them not on here. Other thing is, every time you release the seatbelt, a lot of times it comes out here, then you shut the door and it's shut on the striker and everything else. It's just not, I don't think it's practical. I'm gonna be good with having them off. So I'm gonna show y'all my quick solution to doing this and not making it look crappy, taking them off. So anyways, let's get down to it. Let me get a couple things ready and we'll get these ugly things off of here. All right, so I got our seats all covered up in the back here because I don't want to be throwing any sparks on it, because what we're going to be using to cut it off with is just a side cutter here with a regular metal cutting blade. And my idea is as soon as this rounds the corner and starts straightening out, I'm going to make them cut even. And what I have to cover it up, it's going to kind of just make this all go away, is I got a bunch of these rubber caps sitting around. These are from IPR valves off 6.0s and 7.3s. Doing a whole lot of work on power stroke, so I have these sitting around. I've always kept them because I felt like I could use them for something, and I think it's going to be just the right diameter to go around there. If not, I'll warm it up with the heat gun and it will stretch right over that, and that'll just blend right in because it's black. If you don't have these, what you can do is go to the hardware store, and they make those little plastic metal feet for lawn furniture and stuff like that. You can go to that aisle in your hardware store and take this after you cut it off and find a cap that is just the right size to put on there. Or if it's slightly loose, you could even put just a touch of super glue on it and then put it on there and it wouldn't fall off. So let me get busy cutting these. I'm anxious to get these off and see how it feels without them and looks without them. All right, we got this thing off, and man, does it look better and cleaner without it. Before we try to go fitting that rubber cap over it, this has got a lot of sharp edges on it, so I'm gonna take my, I call it a chamfer tool. It's what I use for cleaning up when you have heads bored or kind of doing a little bit of port work or whatever. I'll show y'all here. Basically, it's a die grinder with a chamfer on it is what I call it. But anyways, I'm gonna go around those edges and smooth all that out and fix it where it doesn't cut the rubber cap, sliding it on it, and it'll go on there easier too. All right, so we got our edges all chamfered there, no more sharp edges. And that is going to be a tight fit, but that is also what I want. So I think I'm going to hit this thing with a heat gun, soften it up a little bit, and then we'll be able to push it right on there. All right, passenger side is finished up. And unless you were looking for it, I don't think you're going to notice it. And those are on there nice and tight. You can't just slide them right off. This one was a little bit smaller. I guess it was off an earlier style, but heat gun made it go right around there and stretch just fine. So I actually ended up cutting with the angle grinder because my side cutter with this bar right here, I was going to end up having a crooked cut. So I'm going to do the other side with the angle grinder all the way, and we'll finish it up and we'll do a little quick look around, and that's going to be pretty much all for this video, just showing a quick way to get rid of these ugly things and make it more comfortable to get in and out of. Now that looks so much cleaner, I think, the way it's supposed to look. Looks good. And it's not noticeable. Nobody's gonna cut their hand or their leg or anything on it because I chamfered it to begin with, and it's got the caps on it. So now you can sit in here. It's so much easier to get in. I've done got used to having to lean in front of that thing. You can ride so much more comfortable with your arm here on the door. Not to mention, it opens your view up for looking around here also. Might even make you feel just a little bit cooler riding without your shoulder right against that thing the whole time. So just a quick video on a mod that you can do to your Rmax at home. All you gotta have is an angle grinder or a side cutter, and you can cut those things off. Go source you some kind of rubber caps to put on it. A trip to a good hardware store, you can probably find something very easily. I bought some stuff like that before for capping some other things in the past, and I know they exist. You may just have some trouble finding them in black, I'm not really sure. But either way, that looks so much better, so much more comfortable getting in. I know it's gonna be more comfortable riding, and I'm gonna try it out probably tomorrow on the trails. So anyways, do this mod, not hard. Go check out the other content on the channel. We got a bunch of stuff coming on this, some previous videos on it already. We're gonna be having a lot of videos on modifying stuff, and doing add-ons and stuff like that with this Rmax here. So stick on for that. Got a lot of power stroke stuff here on the channel. Go consider visiting our Patreon if you'd like to. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. This is Automated Garage signing out, and we'll holler at y'all later.